All right. Shalom, Akim starts the lesson. I do want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim HaKakodash. That honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akims, expressing his truth and our truth and sincerity around the four corners of the earth, getting to lead to Aki Shalom. Okay, I'm the regular Raw Ariel from the Great Millstone Miami camp. And coming to the spirit power, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, to make another lesson. Okay, and in this lesson, I was and I was just meditating on, I was meditating how grateful we are as men of the Lord, being a part of this truth. How grateful we are to have the understanding of the scriptures. And also how grateful we are to understand what's about to come. Because when you look at it from the inside looking out, these people are totally blinded, man. Okay, us as men of the Lord, we got our eyes open, and then we don't know how Jake can't see what's going on, man. It's so plain upon your face that you don't got to be a freaking scientist to see the times that we living in. Okay, and even if your regular person does know the time that we're living in, they still don't have any hedge of protection to save them from what's about to come. Okay, they may try to prep, but nonetheless, us having this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of these scriptures gives us comfort. We got to be more appreciative. All right, when it comes to these things. Okay, we got to be more appreciative. We are to push harder, knowing that the Lord chose us, man, to do His work. All right, the Lord chose us to go on the highways and byways to preach, to make videos. All right, be in season, out of season. Okay, when it's cold, when it's hot, bro, still going out. All right, the Lord chose you. All right, and we don't want to give the Lord a reason to regret regret us being chosen. All right, just saying, realizing how grateful we are, throughout the how about Shemel Shai for having this wisdom. Brothers, they move different now, they eat different, they act a different way now, when they in the world compared to when they was in the world. Okay, and then you gain wisdom, you gain life lessons, you learn a whole lot being in this truth. Okay, being around brothers that's teaching you, okay, being supportive to you. All right, and, at the same time, they doing the same thing you doing, prophesying, being a help or whatever. That's a grateful thing to be a part of. And that's why we say throughout here about Shemel Shai, but don't ever take that for granted. All right, because the Lord chose you, and you just you just feel like you're on the high horse. No. All right, but hey, brothers, I had a couple precepts lined up to further edify the point. How us as men of the Lord, us a part of this truth, how grateful we are. Having the breakdowns, and Lord, Lord, revealing His secrets into us. All right. But this is start at verse Luke, 1 Peter 2, verse 9 and 7. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye shall shew forth praises of Him that hath called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. And that's right, man, showing how grateful you are. The Lord has called us out of this darkness. Scriptures reference the ways of Babylon. Into darkness. Scriptures call this place the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, this place is just total darkness. It's not nothing beneficial for you in America, man. All right, you may try to live it up and try to acquire yourself better, or try to be a millionaire, but even with that, it's all vainglory. It's gonna be some wicked shit that going on, for you to get to where you're going to. But nonetheless, scriptures say that we are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, and a peculiar people. All right, you know, we are a special people unto the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, but even the Lord telling us that we are peculiar people, the Israelites true. All right, but the Lord gonna fuck up some of these people too, man. All right, 2/3 out of the Israelites gotta die. All right, but that 1/3 in that great multitude, and be grateful. All right, be grateful, giving thanks to the Lord, and that was me too. I was in the same mindset of, giving thanks to the Lord for choosing you, man. All right, Lord chose you out of anybody on the face of the earth to to do His work, to tell His secrets to, to receive the kingdom. If you endure, that's a blessing, man. Okay, and we are not to take that for granted. I was thinking about that. Okay, how the Lord could have chose your friend, your friend that's not even in this truth to be of this truth, and then you could have been a regular bystander. All right, just just an added part to the movie. But but no, man, the Lord chose you. All right, and also be grateful that the Lord didn't blind you. Okay, to this knowledge, and didn't blind you from seeing what's going on, man. All right, He kept you locked in through the spirit power Yahweh Shemion Shai. He gave you the insight. All right. But jumping on, man, this is Luke 8 verse 10. Luke 8 and verse 10 says, "And He said unto you, it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High, but to others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand." And that's right, man. And you can see it's a red letter, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking. And it says, "Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom." Okay, unto the men of the Lord, because these regular Christians, these regular people out in this world, they don't really understand the mysteries of the scriptures. All right, the mysteries of the prophecies, knowing what time we in. All right, but Yahweh was telling them it was given unto us, man. All right, Lord willing, we be part of that elect. Okay, it was given to the members of the elect to understand, the mysteries of the Most High. All right, because the mystery of the Most High is not given unto everybody. Shit, even even the name of the Lord is a mystery. All right, people, some say it's Yeshua and in Jehovah and all these things, but if you don't got the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, you are never gonna understand the true name of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Okay, but us being blessed with that, we ought to be grateful. We ought to put our best foot forward. Understanding how honorable it is, to be a part of this ministry, be a part of Great Millstone. All right, under our elders and apostles, and and the leaders of our camp. All right, that's a grateful thing. Okay, take it, and run with it, man. Finish, brothers, finish your course, man. Make the Lord proud, for choosing you. Okay. This is let me get this is Amos 3 and verse 7. And it says, "Surely the Lord will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets." Okay, the Lord reveals His secrets unto the servants, His prophets, man. Okay, and everybody don't understand the Lord's secrets. Everybody don't got the Lord's secrets. Then, like I was saying, the name of the Lord is a secret. Okay, these prophecies that we are bringing out on the highways and byways, people go to school for the to understand those prophecies. Okay, to not even to understand it, but to even get close to try to understand it. People go to seminary school and study long and hard to understand the the mysteries of going into the statue and Revelation. All right, and even with them, they don't really got the spirit. Okay, it's the spirit that's going to allow them to understand the mysteries and the prophecies of the scriptures. If you don't got the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you are never going to understand. Okay, the prophecies that the Lord is telling us, man. Okay, because you see that these people, you know, they make videos. Okay, they make videos trying to talk on these breakdowns, but you having the spirit on you, like, nah, man, you off, bro. Okay, you're already peeping to the spirit that, you know, throughout the about Shimon Shai, that he gave you elders and apostles, you know, to teach you the correct doctrine. All right, be grateful of, you know, this truth, and be grateful of your, you know, the men above you teaching you. Okay, constantly checking up on you, because you know this brotherhood too is another thing to be grateful for. All right, a lot of people want, you know, what the men of the Lord got. You know, when we go out, you know, people say that you shining. You know, we give a different glow. You know, we out. Okay, be grateful for that, man. All right, go harder for the Lord. All right, not being wavering. Put your best foot forward for the Lord. All right, because, you know, Lord could have chose anybody else, but He chose you. Okay, so don't make the Lord disappointed. Okay, because, you know, if you do, you are going to regret it. All right, we don't have men that been a part of this truth, and then fell out and then became freaking bug outs, man. All right, so, you know, always remain diligent, man. Okay, always remain humble in this truth and grateful that the Lord chose you, man. Not prideful at all. All right, so, hey, man, Low One was edified. You know, today's lesson is going to be grateful to have this understanding of this truth. Okay, because this is, a mystery unto these other nations and people. All right, trying to understand the scriptures. You know, but the Lord bless us with the Spirit. You know, so we're not blinded to these prophecies or what the scriptures are talking about, man. All right, so Low was edified. With that, I want to say shalom.